Okay, so continuing where we left off from part one, we'll be going over the marketing plan, uh, marketing research, message strategy, agency selection, media planning, and then ending off with the forecast results before rolling over to our second year. So, starting with the marketing plan overview, basically, our VP of marketing has sent us an email saying, congratulating us on being given the responsibility for managing the advertising campaign. They have high expectations for the project, and they expect us to do a good job. So, just reassuring us that we were the right person for the position. Saying the consumer electronics industry is very competitive, and the key to our marketing plan revolves around, us achieving and maintaining a higher top of mind brand awareness than the competitors every year. Pretty straightforward in terms of advertising. So we have our summary of sales targets follows below. So for this first year, they want 410,000 units sold, 80 million, and working its way up in 2026 to 1.37 million and 264 million dollars. So they really, really expect us to grow this product and this business. So your exact sales targets and budgets are outlined in the following reports. If you are to require more information, marketing plan targets for 2019 and the marketing plan budget for 2019. So we can go marketing plan targets. I think if you add in, I don't think you can make new line products. You get the one product in this one. So right here it says our sales target in units is 410,000 and our advertising budget is 6.45 million. So product decisions, valuation research. As of right now, we've spent zero. Advertising agency fee, we haven't paid anybody. Our product media advertising is sitting at 5 million. Our customer relationship, we are spending 220 grand, and our marketing communication is at 400. So our gross margin forecast is we are sitting at our retail price right now for the camera is $299, forecasting 410,000, wholesale price of 194, revenue of 79, almost 80 million, and our cost of goods sold is just under 50 million. So it looks like our gross margin is going to be approximately 30 to 31 million. And our budget limit is 6.45, and with those things mentioned before, with the product, media, advertising, customer relationship, and marketing communication, we are spending 5.62 million. So we still have another 830 grand that we can spend, but we can also rearrange any one of those. So that goes over the marketing plan. Up next is marketing research. We have the forecast market size and price preferences report, which is 25,000. This report is the forecast total market size of each segment and their price preferences. Pretty straightforward. The market survey of customer needs, again 25,000. It's a market survey identifying the key customer needs for what they want in a product. And then we have the market media advertising reach, the proportion of each market segment that can be effectively reached by each media type. Now, if you are to read the chapter 2 of the player's manual, it says, I believe this is the one to buy. It says right in the text, buy this report. And I believe it's this one. If I'm wrong, the chapter 2 player's manual will tell you the right one, but I believe it is the market media advertising reach. It says to buy this one. Again, are you sure you want to purchase it? And here we have. So the proportion of each segment that can be reached by advertising in different media channels, there goes resetting again. SmartSims, I don't know what's going on there, but you might need to fix that at some point. It's 2 simulations now where it resets after buying. But anyway, so it says we can have 82% reached that are new and 91. And of course, these totals will equal more than 100 because no one just watches TV and ignores newspapers, magazines, radio, and anything interactive. So again, this is some good information to need. For this first year, I'm going to buy each of the 3 since they are fairly cheap. It's only going to cost me 75 grand to do so. So I'll just go over these reports for the first year. After that, If you want to know what's in them in year 2, year 3, you're on your own. So the market survey of customer needs uh, goes over like target analysis, which is professional, amateur, recreational, or family. So it's saying right now, existing recreational photographers are the big market, but after that, it's going to be the family. So that's some key information to know. So you might want to more focus on the family because that's going to be the new market. So feature preferences. A 6 on the Likert scale is good. So a 5.5 is the best, while a 3.1 is the worst. So based off of this report right here, you want a family targeted camera that is focused on simplicity. If we're going into our technology preferences, again, on a 6-point Likert scale, focus is the big one, as opposed to the lens as it was before. Theme preferences, it wants simple and reliable, is at 5.5, but you could also go thoughtful and nostalgic because a 5 out of 6 isn't bad. And consumer sales promotion, 5.5 out of 6. Bonus memory card, that's what people are looking for. Before, it was a $30 rebate. And next up, we have warranty terms, between 90 days, 180 days, 1 year, 2 year. Existing, right now it's at 2, and they want it to stay as a 2-year warranty. And in terms of support, how do you want people to troubleshoot the camera? You can have a manual that comes with it, a website that you can go on, an email that you can email about it, or a phone number. And existing, phone 5.5, but also new, yeah, they really, really want the phone. So 5.9 out of 6. So maybe you focus on phone with a 2-year warranty, with all those high-end choices. That's how you'll make your thing. So for the first year, those are the choices that we're going to make. So like I said, after that fact, if you would like more, that's the one to buy. In terms of your advertising, this is the one to buy. This one, I think when I did a previous simulation, this one kind of just tells you when it's done refreshing that the potential market size in units, minimum price, and max price. It tells you that in the year ahead, that and kind of like the summary of what's going on. It tells you there's going to be so many sales, and with the minimum and maximum prices. So I think this one is a definite don't buy. It basically tells you information that you already know. Maybe it says 700,000 to $1 million, and this one says 720. It's going to be on the low end, but still, like, it's information you know. To me, this is a waste of $25,000, at least at the beginning. It might come into play during later years in the simulation when you have no idea what the potential market size could be. But when it tells you that it's this, and then you spend $25,000 and it tells you the same thing, it's a waste of money. So avoid this one, buy the other two. That's a good $50,000 spent on some market research that we can now use in our message strategy. Moving on to the next part. So when we were going through those things on the Likert scale out of 6, it told us that family was the best with a 5.5. The benefit of our camera, they wanted simplicity. Actually, I'll go over the other options. So professional is obviously like a professional photographer. Amateur is someone who's maybe working towards being a professional. Recreational, sorry about that, is more like, hey, I just have a camera, I want to take pictures, every now and then. Family, it's going to be, newlyweds, as it says here, young families with newborns, families with children in the nursery, kindergarten, graduation, stuff like that. So you kind of still want like a half-decent camera. So that's what our company, AdSims, is going to focus towards, being family with a simplicity. You don't want some camera that you have to hit 12 buttons before you take the picture. You want it simple. You can have a smaller camera, you can have the best quality, you can have tons of features, but what we're going for is we're going for that simple family camera. The proof, the lens, it's the best lens. It's going to give you the best pictures. You don't really want that. The digital chip improves the quality, more accurate focus, and faster processing. Again, could be useful, but that's not what we're going for. And direct printing, it means you can print it right from the thing. Pretty cool feature, but like the report said, we want to focus on focus. So, which just means you're not going to have blurry photos. It's going to focus better. The exposure is going to be better. It's all automated, and it's the best automated ones. So in terms of personality, they had simple and reliable, as well as thoughtful and nostalgic. Now you can go with either one. They're both 5 and 5.5 out of 6, so it doesn't matter. But we're going for number 1, which was simple and reliable, which just means this camera's easy to use and it's going to work. That's what we want. We want the families to be like, hey, I just want a simple camera that's not going to give me blurry photos, and it's going to be simple to use and it's got to work. Well, that's our camera. So we're going to apply that, and we're going to go into our agency selection, which will end off part 2. We're going to do a part 3 where we go into the media planning as its own little separate part, as there's a bit more to that. But with our agency, we have an internal plan, which is the go-it-alone option. It's your product, it's your market, it's your business. With this, you know what you want to do, so maybe do it yourself. But it says here as a warning, you will not have the same media buying power without an agency association. So do not assume that this is automatically an easy way to cut costs. It might end up costing you more in the future through another option. So then we also have the TV Magic, which is a ad agency that's focused on the TV. We have Printworks, which is newspapers and magazines, and the Radio Can, which is for the radio. I will be going with Radio Can, just picking one off the top here. I think. Actually, yeah, it's the cheapest one, and it really focuses on the radio, which can be a great market to capture. So we'll go with that. And then it says here, every time you pick one, it will say, warning, if you change your advertising agency, then your media planning, which we're going over in the next section, goes to the default setting for that new one. So if you change your ad agency, it won't keep your decisions from before. It will default everything. So just keep that in mind if you are to change, that you're going to have to go in and remake your decisions if need be. So in the next part, we'll be going over that media planning section, as there's a lot to it to cover, and I'll see you guys in that one.